Alright, let's talk about stats on the SOL. So if I want to find the mean, normally I could add them up and then just divide by how many added. But because I'm already going to find the standard deviation, let's do this in our calculator anyway. So here we go. We're going to go to our calculator. We are going to open up our stat key. So stat right there. We're going to go into our list and hit edit. If you have any information, go ahead and clear it out. Mine's all clear to go. And I'm going to enter this entire list of data right there. So I'm going to enter 8. I'm going to enter 5.5. Notice it comes down here, and then when you hit enter, it goes up to the top. I've got 5.25. Oops. I've got 6.75. I've got 5.75. I've got a 5 and 8.75. I've got 7.25, 8 again, and 8.25, and 7.5. Alright, just going to look over that real quick, make sure it all looks good. Yes, it does. Alright, so now that we've got our list, and you're going to hit your stat button one more time. This time we want to go do something with it, so we want to go over to this calculate, so hit your arrow over. If you want to do these types of stats, you're going to do 1var stats here. Alright, so here we go. We're going to keep going on this. So, sorry, I just got interrupted, but 1var stats is where you're going to find your mean, your standard deviation, and so on. You're used to using this button for also the line of best fit and the quadratic line of best fit, so the curve of best fit. So we're going to go ahead and hit number 1 there, 1var stats, hit enter to make it calculate, and you've got two things right on the screen that you need. The first thing here is your mean, that's the x bar, and this little sigma down here is your standard deviation. So 1 point, let's round that to 3. So 6.9 and 1.3. So 6.9, whoops, it's the wrong button there. Try that again. 6.9 and 1.3. Just want to double check that one more time. 1.3, 6.9. There you go. Alright, so that's x bar on your formula sheet. This mean is your mu. And then our standard deviation is our sigma. So on your SOL formula sheet, you also have one more formula. It's your z-score formula, and that is z equals your x, so that's your element, minus your mean divided by your standard deviation. That's the formula we're going to use to find the z-score of 8.5. So we're going to plug our 8.5 right in here for our x. We're going to subtract our mean, and then we're going to divide by our standard deviation. Now be careful on this one. Because a lot of people like to just go straight to their calculator, which is fine, but then we enter it into our calculator incorrectly. So if you're going to subtract 8.5 and 6.9, make sure you stick an enter in between and then divide by 1.3. If you do that all in one step, it's only going to divide that last thing, not the whole thing. So our z-score is 1.2 if we round it to the nearest tenth, so 1.2. So a positive z-score meant that our number was above the mean, so that checks out. And it's about a little bit more than one standard deviation more than the mean. You've got one more here to try on your own.